Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Maya with Simply Bloom. So today I am trying winter sowing. I have to say this is my first time, not an expert, but I thought I would still share the process of what I'm doing and what I've seen other people do. I have my stack of seeds here, so I thought I would go through and tell you what varieties I'm doing first before I get started. And if you don't know what winter sowing is, pretty much you take and make this little mini greenhouse for whatever you're trying to grow. You pop it outside in the middle of winter, thus winter sowing. Rain and snow go into, you leave some holes on top. Go in there, that's what keeps your seeds moist and hydrated. And then when the weather gets warm enough and you've created a little mini greenhouse that's a lot warmer in the container, then the seeds start to grow. And it's great if you don't have a whole lot of space for inside, if you don't have grow lights, all that stuff. It's great for me because I am 33 weeks pregnant. And when baby is due, that is like in the middle of seed starting and all that stuff. So I'm like, well, if I can start some stuff outside, we typically have quite a bit of snow, especially in April. That's normally when we get dumped on with feet and feet of snow. I thought that that might be a little bit easier for me and then my husband as well, because he'd have to be the one that helps me water and everything like that. So today I will be using milk jugs. I've seen people use totes and like a whole bunch of stuff. As long as you have a way to put holes on the top, or in milk jugs or water jugs, juice jugs, whatever, you take the cap off and you leave the cap off. Now I've had someone who views my videos, they commented you can add extra holes on top just to help more moisture going through. I am going to watch it. We typically get a lot of snow, like I just mentioned, so I think they'll get plenty of moisture, but if I feel like it needs more, I'm gonna just take a drill and drill in some more holes on top. That lets the moisture in. So you hopefully don't have to worry about it. The seeds that I'm starting, like I said, this is the first time doing this. I think I chose a good selection of seeds. Let me know if I did any that aren't the best for winter sowing. By the time you see this video, it's already done and planted, but at least I'll know for next year. So leave your tips and tricks for me, please. And everyone else can look in the comments and read those as well. So first things first, I chose mainly veggies, a few flowers, things that I know are more cold tolerant than other things. So the first thing I chose was lupin. Now, I've tried planting lupin seed before. My seed, it says sell by 2010. So it's pretty old seed. Now, I didn't have super successful germination rate when I did it last time. And I just thought, you know what, we're just gonna try it because the seed's old, so I'm just gonna dump the whole packet into one milk jug and just see what happens. And I'm growing the Russell's Prize Mixed Lupin. Next is yarrow, the summer berries variety. I have a bunch of the wild white yarrow just growing on the edge of my property that I love to use in arrangements. And this is that beautiful pastel colors. And I'm like, oh, if I can get this going, that'd be awesome. I tried starting this indoors last year. I had one plant germinate out of a whole tray. Not sure what happened and what I did wrong, but I was like, well, we're just gonna toss the rest of the package in a milk jug and see what happens. Another one is Love in a Mist Nigella seeds. Now, I started this direct sow last year and right before I had foot surgery. I've never grown it before. My husband took care of it for 3 weeks, watering it. By the time I got out there was a nice carpet of green, but I didn't exactly know what the seedlings looked like and all the weeds were popping up around it. I said, hubby, till it all up again, and I'm planting something else in it. And I think I ended up putting asters there instead. So I'm trying this again because I really want to grow Nigella. I think it's beautiful. I love the seed pods. So we're trying it in the milk jug and see if any take. Next, larkspur summer skies mix. I've never grown larkspur before. I know this is a good one. I think the instructions say to work into the soil as soon as the soil's workable because it likes that chilly spring weather. So I thought this would be a good one as well to grow. I thought about direct seeding it, but was worried about having a Nigella experience of weeds and not knowing what's coming up. So until I know what the seedlings look like, I'm not gonna direct sow anymore. Bells of Ireland. I love Bells of Ireland. It's probably one of my favorite cut flowers. The smell, it has this amazing fresh kind of, I don't even know how to describe it, but it smells amazing. I love it. I have a pretty good method. I have a video on how I normally start these indoors. I'll leave that link below, but I thought, well, let's just try it. This is gonna be a fun experiment. We're gonna try it. Next, I have, this is in no order, by the way. This is just the order I pulled them out of my seed storage. I have the Twister cauliflower, which I love because normally Twister, you have to protect from the sun. Otherwise it gets discolored. With Twister, the leaves actually twist around the head of cauliflower. So it's protecting its own head, which is wonderful. Next, burgundy broccoli, which is my all-time favorite broccoli. It is a branching broccoli, so you don't get that massive head, but it just produces forever, and I'm always cutting off of it, and I love it. So I'm doing the burgundy broccoli, and then let me find my other broccoli, because I know I have another broccoli. I have the Waltham broccoli. I've never grown this variety before. I'm to the point where I love the burgundy broccoli so much. When I eat green broccoli, it's still good, but it's like, doesn't compare. But what I found is the last 2 years I've grown it, I just dropped all my seeds that were in my lap. The deer and the insects go after the green broccoli, the green cabbage, green broccoli, green Brussels sprouts. That's the ones that the deer, the cabbage, the deer, the insects, you know, like the little moths that eat it, they go for the green veggies and they leave the purple and burgundy ones alone. So if anything, I'm just growing the green stuff for like host plants so they can leave my treasured red and burgundy veggies alone. So we're trying that. The Redarling Brussels sprouts, which are a purpley burgundy Brussels sprouts, taste amazing, so good. Love these as well. And then I'm also, I think I dropped it, the green gem Brussels sprouts, which honestly I've never tried because the deer always eat it before I can get it. But that's fine by me as long as they leave my purple and burgundy things alone. So I'm growing the green gem Brussels sprouts as well. Moving on to cabbage, I have the red acre cabbage, which it's red, burgundy, purple, tastes wonderful. It looks so beautiful in the garden. Sometimes I just want to leave it just to look at. I love it. And then late flat Dutch, which is a pretty good cabbage as well. Green, so I noticed the moths and the bugs kind of go after a little bit more, which is fine by me. And then, oh, I have one more flower. I have the breadseed poppy, which I'm super excited. I tried the winter, or is it called winter sowing, where you literally just go out when there's snow and you throw the poppy seeds everywhere. I didn't get any to germinate. We did have like 4 feet of snow. I'm not sure if that had anything to do with it. But these are the seeds that I'm trying. I do have a few more that I want to try, but I don't have enough milk cartons saved up. So maybe I'll share that. Maybe I won't. I'm not sure. But leave your favorite varieties that you like to winter sow down below, and maybe I'll try those. All right, let's go get started.
Okay, you guys, so I began with grabbing my tidy tray. I love this thing. It's so handy. And I have my basket of seeds, and then I grabbed all of my milk jugs. Now, these containers aren't quite as translucent as I was hoping they'd be, but hopefully they'll work. And then I just grabbed a kitchen knife. In hindsight, I should have used a utility knife, but that was in the garage, and I'm at this point of pregnancy where I'm not going to walk out there if I don't have to. So I began with just making 4 drainage holes on the bottom of each jug. I've seen people use drills as well. And then I'm just going to cut around the milk jug about halfway up, almost all the way around. And it's going to form this kind of flap. So it'll be really easy to put soil in and then close it back up. And again, you can see me making 4 slashes, I guess, just enough to let any excess water drain out the bottom. And again, cutting it in half. Kind of struggled with this knife, but I made it work. Definitely use a utility knife or something a little bit better than a steak knife. And then I just repeated the process on all the other milk jugs. I think I had 13 in total, if I remember correctly, and it went pretty fast, but I have to say this was probably the most time-consuming part of the whole process. Once this was done, everything else went much faster, and I learned make the drainage holes on the bottom first before you cut it in half. It's much easier when you do it that way. I'm just using normal potting mix. From the research I've done, you can use seed starting mix if you want, but the normal potting mix works just fine and it helps keep it a little bit moist, a little bit better. So I'm just adding some water, mixing that in, and you want to add just enough water to make like a dirt snowball where it holds together, and then that just makes the watering in process so much easier. So I'm grabbing my seeds and some labels, and I have a garden marker, and I'm just going to begin writing out the labels of all the seeds that I plan on planting. You can use permanent marker, but garden markers just last a little bit longer. Next, I'm going to start filling up my milk jugs with some soil in the bottom. After all my milk jugs were filled with soil, I stuck the seed packets under each jug and inserted the correct plant label. And I found by sticking them under the jug, the seed packets, it just helped me stay a little bit more organized. And with most things, I put 2 seeds per hole, and I put 5 holes in the milk jug, 1 in each corner and 1 in the middle. Some of the varieties that I planted, I sprinkled a little bit more liberally just because the seed was old, but for the most part, I tried to stick with about 5 plants per milk jug because I felt like that was just proper, good spacing. Now, after doing this, I would highly recommend watering them in after each time, because as you can see, I completely forgot to water this first milk jug in, but that's okay. I just stuck the squirt bottle in the hole on top and sprayed it. And then I am just labeling the duct tape to keep things organized. Moving on to the next one, and this is when I realized I forgot to water the other one in. So you'll actually see me stick it in the top hole right there. And if your milk jugs get dry anytime throughout the winter as you're checking on them, that's the best way to water them. Is just stick a spray bottle down in there and just squirt away.
Okay, you guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps if you're maybe curious on trying it as well. I will definitely let you know if things fail and don't work. I'll keep you updated. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.